from Kern Government Television. Welcome to this week's Kern County Board of Supervisors meeting. Originating from the County Administrative Center, located at 1115 Truxton Avenue in Bakersfield, California. Grounded in ideas, energy, and innovation, Kern County's vision is to be a driving force for the world's fifth largest economy. And our mission is to exceed expectations of the communities we serve, changing the way they feel about government, those who manage it, and the services it provides. Today's Kern County Board of Supervisors meeting will convene momentarily.
Good morning. We call to order the 9 a.m. session of the regular meeting of the Board of Supervisors, today being Tuesday, November 12th. First item is roll call.
Supervisor Peters.
Here.
Supervisor Flores.
Here.
Supervisor Couch.
Here.
Supervisor Perez.
Here.
The next item is the salute to the flag. And this morning we have Kern County Sheriff's Deputy Wesley Woodall, who has agreed to, on very short notice, because he's got the flag salute memorized, so he can do this. He's agreed to do the flag salute for us. And Deputy, tell us a little bit about your service in the military.
I retired after 22 years in the Army National Guard, served 2 years in the Iraq War.
2 years or 2 terms?
2 terms.
2 terms. Well, thank you for your service to our country and your willingness to lead us in the flag salute today. At the conclusion of this, please remain standing for a moment of prayer, silence, and meditation, whichever you prefer. Thank you. Yes, sir.
Salute. Pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Thank you, Deputy. Thank you. That takes us to the consent agenda. All items listed with a CA or a C above the item number are considered to be routine and non-controversial by county staff. We can act on those all in one motion. The consent agenda starts on page 2, consists of items 4 through 7, continues to page 3, all the items 10 through 16. So you want to conduct the meeting? Page 4, items 17 and 18, and then items 20 through 23. Page 5, items 24 through 29. Is there anyone here that would like to make a comment or ask a question about any of the items I just mentioned? Seeing none, I'll return to the board for a motion. I'm sorry, Supervisor.
Thank you, Chairman. Just because of a family relationship, I'm going to recuse myself on item number 7, but I will vote on the remaining consent agenda items.
Thank you. So you're recusing yourself, but was that a motion?
No, he can't make the motion.
I'll make a motion.
Okay.
Just a second.
Second.
Please cast your votes.
The motion is approved. All ayes.
Thank you. You'll notice that I skipped over the pet of the week, and the reason I did that is because Nick Cohen is not here yet. Or is he here? Do you know? Okay. Well, when he comes, we're going to have pet of the week. So that takes us back to the top of page 2 under the resolutions and proclamations portion of the meeting. The first item, which is coincidentally item 1, is a resolution honoring the Director of Airports, Ron Brewster, upon his retirement with 24 years of dedicated service to Kern County, and this will be presented by Supervisor Flores.
Okay, I'll make the motion.
Please cast your,
Second.
please cast your votes.
The motion is approved. All ayes.
Good morning, board members of the public. This is actually my first resolution for a retiring department head. It gives me great honor to be able to present it to our outgoing airports director, so it's a bittersweet moment, but these times come, and thank you for your service. board and members. I remember when prior airport directors, when we had constant complaints, now complaints are the exception. Economic development around our airport is thriving. It's due to Mr. Brewster's transformational leadership, and he's not just, he practices what he preaches. You can often see him dining at local mom and pop restaurants like Smitty's. I think every time I go, I see you getting some good food. Very approachable and just an overall great leader. So as is customary, I'm going to read the entire proclamation that highlights the full service of his county tenure at various departments from beginning to end. So at this time, I'd like to start Ron Brewster began his career with the Kern County as an extra help investigative aide for child support services in January of 2001. And Mr. Brewster returned to child support services to the same position in August of 2001, where he transitioned to full-time position at the department 4 months later. And in November of 2005, Mr. Brewster laterally transferred to Kern County Airports Department as an operations and security supervisor and promoted to airport operations and security manager, as well as chief operations officer, before moving to Kern County Animal Services in 2011, where he managed the division until it became their own department. And Mr. Brewster returned to Kern County Airports in October of 2021, where he served in numerous leadership positions until promoting to Director of Airports in February 2022, a position he held until retirement. And throughout Mr. Brewster's career with Kern County, he accomplished numerous achievements that led our organization forward, including participating in the transition team move of Meadows Field to William M. Thomas Terminal, filling a 35% airport staff vacancy rate, and making various historic improvements around the airport, as well as daily operations. And Mr. Brewster successfully completed multiple yearly projects to establish a total runway and taxiway rehabilitation project to meet current FAA specifications. He worked with current air carriers to increase the number of flights and available passenger load factors. He began preparations for the expansion of Kern County's airports, domestic and international destinations, by adding a second TSA checkpoint lane, initiated plans to increase terminal parking and parking lot security, upgrade checked baggage systems, increased hold room size, and the construction of additional jet bridges. In addition to planning for the reopening of Kern County's Airport International Terminal, and Mr. Brewster leaves behind a model of exemplary leadership, and he has earned the utmost respect and admiration of both his peers, his colleagues, and is wished the best in all his future endeavors. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Board of Supervisors, the County of Kern, State of California, does hereby honor and commend Ron Brewster upon his retirement, 24 years of dedicated service to Kern County and its citizens. Thank you and congratulations.
Well, thank you, Supervisor Flores, through the chair. Well, I'd just like to thank, obviously, my wife and family, friends for seeing me through this journey. And also thank the staff and the attendants at the airport, because obviously there's a lot of work that was accomplished, but it's their credit that they get for all the hard work. And I'd like to thank the board for their consideration and support through my entire career, both with the city and the county. So it's been 42 years, and
Wow.
And I enjoyed the whole ride. So thank you for your time and help through the process.
Thank you, Ron.
Mr. Brewster, did we get Uber before you left?
We did not.
Okay.
So we're working on it.
Okay, as a joke. Thank you.
Thank you, Ron. Congratulations. We wish you the best. Thank you. It takes us to item 2, which proclaims November 2024 as National Adoption Awareness Month in Kern County and this will be presented by Supervisor Perez.
Thank you, Chair. Motion on proclamation.
Second.
Please cast your votes.
The motion is approved. All ayes.
This looks like trouble right here. Oh, my goodness. Look at your beautiful babies. Wow. Good to see you. Let's line up here so all the folks at home can see you on the camera. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. Look at your beautiful family. Lito, you ready? Yeah. Okay. We're not waiting on anyone else? Okay. Honorable Chairman and colleagues, I am so pleased to stand before you today and proclaim November 2024 as National Adoption Awareness Month in Kern County. This proclamation is done in partnership with all of our amazing staff at the Department of Human Services, Kern County Superior Courts, CASA of Kern County, Aspiranet, Care Foundation, Bakersfield Angels, and all the other outstanding organizations doing God's work right here in Kern County. As we approach this season of Thanksgiving, we are reminded to be grateful for all the care and love we receive from those around us. One of the most profound ways this caring is expressed is through the generous support provided by the families who have taken in our foster youth. Thank you so much for opening your homes and your hearts to our most vulnerable but lovable kids in Kern County. We like to say in our office that all Kern County kids are all our kids. We believe that. We commend these extraordinary adoptive parents for providing children with a lifetime of love, security, and stability, and hope that even more parents consider the joy of adoption. This morning, Lito, we proclaim the Board of Supervisors of the County of Kern, State of California, officially proclaims November 2024 as National Adoption Awareness Month in Kern County. This recognition has been entered into the official board minutes and signed by our chairman, David Couch. Now, we'd love to hear from you and this beautiful family as we honor such a righteous moment. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you, Supervisor Perez. Good morning, Mr. Chair, members of the board. Thank you so much for this proclamation. Obviously celebrating National Awareness Month for adoptions. I'm joined here today by a wonderful family, Ryan and Courtney Boschma, who you'll hear about their journey in a bit. I'm also going to recognize some people that are standing behind me, as well as probably sitting down because they want to take away from this wonderful family here all together. From Superior Courts, we have Tara Leal, Marlene Garcia, Ali Rickles, Elizabeth Garcia, Raquel Sanchez, and Kristen Davis. From CASA, we have Ashley Voorhees. From Koinonia, we have Stephanie Jimerson. From Aspiranet, we have Carrie Ontiveros. From Kern Bridges, we have Marina Hernandez and Jim Vanderswan. And from Bakersfield Angels, we have Steph Parrish and April Reed and Viri Carmen. And we also would like to thank Anthem Blue Cross and Care Foundation, who without their support, we couldn't obviously have this celebration as well. I share those partner agencies and those individuals with you, as well as the DHS staff that are with me today and those that are at OC Sills and the rest of our facilities. They do a tremendous job, obviously, providing the support that's necessary to make adoptions possible in our community. More importantly, I really want to shout out to the adopted parents that we have in our community. You've made an incredible difference in the lives of the children, and you're also an example for the many families that are looking to adopt as well. I want to point out, adoption is not just a legal process. It's a life-changing decision that creates lasting bonds of love, security for children who often face unimaginable challenges. We have about 2,000 children in foster care right now, and there's a great need to foster as well as to adopt. There's about 150,000 adoptions that happen annually throughout the U.S. Here in Kern County, we average about 250 adoptions. We're very fortunate to have so many adoptive parents that come forward offering loving homes to these amazing kids. Every child deserves a loving, supportive family, a safe, nurturing home that they all can thrive and have a successful life. Adoption is a journey, and I think you'll hear that from the Boschmans in a bit. One that begins with a profound decision to make a life-altering change. It's a journey that creates family bonds, rooted in commitment, and most importantly, unconditional love. For the children, it's the promise of a future filled with opportunities, safety, and a place to call home. For families, it's the beginning of a new chapter written in laughter, memories, and shared experience. Our first priority at DHS is to reunify with families. That's absolutely paramount. But when that's not possible, adoption is the next best option for us. And these wonderful families that come forward provide a safe, permanent, loving home, and we can't thank them enough. So our National Adoptions Day celebration will be held Friday, November 22nd at Juvenile Court. I invite all of you to be there. We'll have a press conference at 9:30, and after the adoption is finalized inside the courtroom, families will be able to attend a celebration on the East Lawn at Juvenile Court Building. The theme this year for National Adoptions Day is Dream Big. We want all our kids to reach their highest potential. Hear, hear. And now I'm going to turn it over to Ryan and Courtney Boschma, who will share their journey, and I can't thank them enough for stepping up and wanting to share their story. So with that, I'll turn it over to Ryan or Courtney.
Okay. Hello, I'm Courtney Boschma, and this is my family. My husband Ryan, our oldest Remy, Jack, and Harvey Mack. Okay, so Ryan and I said yes to foster care in 2020. Since then, we've had a total of 8 placements. So we had a few children who we were given the gift and privilege to love for a little while, and then one for one day and then one for almost a year. This is a reason we often hear a lot others say no to foster care, just that fear of taking on a child and then having to let it go. But really for us, it has been hard, yes, but really a sweet and just a really good opportunity for our family. We've learned to love hard, even when tomorrow's not promised. But we did get our forever. Our Remy, at 7 months old, came to us. And that was actually exactly 4 years ago yesterday. So that was kind of a sweet day for us. We picked him up and we fell in love right away. He was so cute. And then just 11 months later, our Jack was born. And then 14 months later, our Harvey was born. So just one after another.
Great
And
solid.
yes. So it's been a privilege to be their mama. So I have an adoption journal here that I've kind of kept track of things. So I just want to read one journal entry from Remy's adoption day. So that was June 11th, 2021. This day, nothing really changed except that it was legal. But it felt real when we picked you up. It felt real when you bonked your head on a toy and turned to me for comfort. It felt real when the bioparental rights hearing happened, and it felt real when you stared at me with your big brown eyes while drinking your milk. It felt real when I heard Ryan singing to you as he rocked you to sleep. It felt real when your nana said that she wanted us to keep you because we love you and will take you places. It felt real when you threw your dinner at me. It's always been real, my sweet boy. I love you. Love, Mama. So.
Courtney did a really good job summarizing our experience. She could probably go on for hours about it. But yeah, since it's Adoption Awareness Month, one thing I want to bring up is, barriers of entry for families coming into adoption. So I'm gonna kind of call out the men out there because I could confidently say that I was probably a barrier of entry for my own family, and just not being provided the information and the joy that being an adoptive parent can bring. So all the men out there, don't be the hurdle. Join in. The fear of jumping into adoption is frightening, but the joy and love that you get out of it is 100 times more than that. So, and then I think our boys want to introduce themselves.
Something, yeah. He's got a lot to say.
And what's your name?
Yeah. Mr. Couch asked your name.
What?
Remy.
Remy Matthew Boschma.
Do you want to say anything about adoption? Do you want to say something? Okay, go ahead. Just one little thing.
So when we got Jack, I'm so thankful I could grow into a big boy to take care of Jack and Harvey.
That's right.
Nice.
Hey, Jack, want to say something? Let's see. This will be a wild one. You got anything? No. Okay. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. Now that we're all crying, let's take a picture. It'll come out perfectly. Right here. That was beautiful. Here's the wide lens. This way. Let's all like kind of circle around here. Come on over. What a beautiful family you have. My goodness. Okay, let's see. Where's the? Oh, please, please, please. You guys
I'm right in between you.
do all the real work. Find the family. My goodness. God's work. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you all for being here, and thank you for your commitment, and congratulations. You bet. The next item proclaims November 2024 as National Family Caregiver Appreciation Month in Kern County, and I get to present this one. So I will make a motion on the proclamation.
Second.
The motion is approved. All ayes.
You all know the UDW and who they are and what they do. There are 170,000 workers in 45 counties in California who provide home care to low-income seniors and people with disabilities all throughout California through the In-Home Supportive Services Program, and family child care providers who care for children on state subsidy programs. In Kern County, we have, at last count anyway, 12,355 caregivers that provide services to elderly and disabled people, but allowing them to remain in their home saves them money, saves the state, which is all of us, money as well. Throughout this month, we need to remember that these individuals who spend time caring for others have to balance those that they have at home that they care for, nurture, and raise. So I'm going to read this proclamation and turn it over to Sydney O'Connor, who is UDW, United Domestic Workers Representative here in Kern County. It's very simple. It states that the Board of Supervisors, County of Kern, State of California, has officially proclaimed November 2024 as National Family Caregiver Appreciation Month in Kern County. It's been entered into the official board minutes, signed today, dated today. So Sydney, present that to you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much.
You bet.
I have a few words. So thank you so much for this meaningful recognition. It is an incredible honor for caregivers to be acknowledged for the work we are so deeply passionate about. Caring for others is a privilege and a responsibility that we carry close to our hearts each day. I am continually inspired by the resilience, courage, and love shown by those we care for, as well as the unwavering support from my colleagues and our community. This award not only recognizes our efforts, but also shines a light on all the caregivers who give of themselves every day, often quietly and selflessly. On behalf of UDW and the 12,000 caregivers in Kern County, thank you again for this honor and for recognizing the vital impact of caregivers and caregiving on individuals, families, and communities.
We want a picture?
Yeah. Gather around, family.
Morning, everybody. I'll get in the back.
Mr. Chairman, while you're coming back up to the front, or up to the dais, I wanted to put up our Pet of the Week slide so everyone can see Myrtle. She's a large female breed dog. Nick apologizes, he could not be here today. The Animal Services Department had their big mega pet adoption event this past weekend. So when he's here next time, I'm sure he can report on that, the success of it. But he wanted to let us know that Myrtle is his choice for this week's Pet of the Week. She is a sweet girl, super playful, loves other dogs, and is very much high energy. So we're hoping that Myrtle can be adopted.
So somebody needs a Christmas present named Myrtle. All right. Thank you for that, Kathy. That takes us to item 8, public presentations, which is the portion of the meeting that's reserved for persons to address the board on any matter not on the agenda but under the jurisdiction of the board. Try to keep our comments to 2 minutes. Come forward, state your name, and proceed, sir. Morning, Tom.
Chairman Couch, Board of Supervisors, my name is Tom Pavich, P-A-V-I-C-H. I'm the Kern County Coordinator for the Election Integrity Project, California. We just experienced our second presidential general election whereby we voted with 100% mail-out ballots. The first one was in 2020. We've had 4 years to prepare. The big story was the 3-hour line at the elections office on election night. The last ballot was cast and dropped off into the slot at 10:49, just short of 3 hours after the polls closing. Our voting system is immensely more complicated now than ever before when we voted in person. Then 98% of the ballots were cast in person and 2% were absentee. Now 10% or even less are cast in person on election day, and more than 90% are cast by mail, drop box, or drop off. Unfortunately, our elections department was unprepared. Even though turnout projections are known, the elections office was not prepared. When there's a 3-hour line, this disenfranchises potential voters. Voter suppression takes place. When the word gets out and when somebody drives up into the parking lot and the line snakes around the building, voters are turned away. They don't vote. The Board of Supervisors approved an ordinance in the mid-90s to consolidate 4 departments: auditor, controller, clerk, and registrar. Apparently, it was done at the time to save cost. It's time to revisit that ordinance. In order to improve efficiency and save costs, the registrar's office should be split off, and a separate person should head this department with sole responsibility over elections. The sooner the better. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Pavich. Who'll be next?
Good morning, Board, Chairman,
Morning.
Chairman Couch.
Morning.
We have been, my name is Glenn Clayton, that's C-L-A-Y-T-O-N. We have become aware that you have been served with a cease and desist letter, October 15, 2024. These were served to Supervisor Philip Peters, County District 1, Supervisor Leticia Perez, County District 5, Supervisor Jeff Flores, County District 3, Supervisor Zach Scrivener, County District 2, Margot Raison, County Council, Supervisor David Couch, Chairman, District 4, Amy Espinoza, County Clerk, ROV Recorder of Kern County. These were all served. The letter begins by, Dear Sir or Madam, the state of California has passed AB 969, enacted in October of 2023, using the urgency clause. The bill states the bill would declare that it is to take effect immediately as an urgency statute. Section 2 of the bill states this act is an urgency statute necessary for the immediate preservation of the public peace, health, safety within the meaning of Article 4 of the California Constitution and shall go into immediate effect. The facts constituting the necessity are, in order to ensue that the county election officials know what voting system they will be using, particularly with the upcoming 2024 March presidential primary, it is necessary for this act to take effect immediately. The California Constitution, Article 4, Section 8D states, in pertinent part, urgency statutes are those necessary for immediate preservation of the public peace, health, or safety. A statement of facts constituting the necessity shall be set forth in one section of the bill. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Just so you all know, I can see the timer, but the timer that's typically up there is not working, as you can see. Thank you, sir.
We won't be going over.
Okay.
We're now on page 2 of the letter, if you've got the material.
Yep, we do.
So section 2 fails to state any supporting facts supporting the assertion of a threat of public peace, health, or safety. In this assembly bill, there are no facts stating either any election official was unaware of what the voting system they would be using, or any facts amounting to an urgency within the meaning of the California Constitution, Article 4. Additionally, voting by citizens that is accurately counted does not impact public peace, health, or safety. Thus, there is absolutely no logical, legal, or constitutional basis for the alleged urgency. Therefore, the use of urgency, the urgency clause to bypass normal legislative process was and is unlawful and deprived the citizens of California of an opportunity for public referendum. Misusing this urgency clause to avoid checks on legislation and prevent public input is an abuse of legislative authority. It prevents the citizens from having a voice in the legislative process as required by the California State Constitution. Article 2, Section 9 of the California Constitution provides for the referendum process of California. Citizens have the power to approve or reject statutes or part of statutes, except for the urgency clause and some other fiscal exceptions. If the legislature had not improperly used the process reserved for public health, safety, emergencies, the citizens of California would have reviewed and challenged the law by referendum pursuant to Article 2, Section 9 of the California State Constitution. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, Board. Ron Barger.
Morning.
You've been placed in the unfortunate position where you're unable to conduct the 2024 general election without breaking either state or federal laws. You cannot comply with the newly enacted state laws without breaking the federal laws. You cannot comply with the federal laws without breaking this newly enacted state law. Additional reasons to cease and desist: the application of the Help American Vote Act. The Help American Vote Act of 2002, hereinafter HAVA, requires accurate voter rolls to be maintained by the local jurisdiction. California counties have hundreds and even thousands of ineligible voters on their rolls. This violates HAVA requirements for accuracy and compliance in the elections, including the voter rolls. You know this because the citizens have taken upon themselves to audit the voter rolls, because our government does not, and they have found hundreds and thousands of ineligible voters. Some of these citizens have come before officials only to be disparaged and ignored. Many of our elections are decided by less than 100 votes and some by less than 10 votes. Inaccurate voter rolls are an incontestable fact. The Election Integrity Project California reported that they found 1,834,749 more registered voters than eligible citizens in the state voter rolls, including the active and inactive voters. HAVA was enacted due to the 2000 Bush-Gore election debacle, which greatly divided voters and destroyed vote trust. Simply articulated, if voter rolls are not accurate and compliant, elections cannot be certified as compliant or accurate, meeting the standards set within the HAVA. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Ralph Robles, R-O-B-L-E-S. I am a veteran. HAVA was designed to provide a zero-trust model for voting systems, which includes transparency to address trust issues when using electronic voting machines. Although election fraud existed in individual local races, these widespread trust issues did not exist before electronic mechanical machines. In addition, HAVA falls under the Civil Rights Act, therefore certifying inaccurate or non-compliant election violates every citizen's civil rights when elections are not accurate or election laws have been violated. Financial reasons to comply with the HAVA. Not only is HAVA a federal law, but because this county has accepted federal money pursuant to HAVA, it is also under the contract law. This county entered a contract with the federal government when it accepted funds for the Help America Vote Act. The Board of Supervisors voted to accept these funds. County Council signed off on the contracts, and the ROV/clerk recorder accepted these funds. County Council signed off on the contracts, and clerk recorder agreed to comply with the terms of that contract. If this county follows California law, and specifically AB 969, the county cannot meet the contractual requirements of the Help America Vote Act. If the county intends to follow California law, the county will deprive the citizens of the transparency required, resulting in a misappropriation of government funds. Failing to follow the federally mandated HAVA, the county would have to return the HAVA funds to the federal government. If the county returns the HAVA funds, the county cannot pay for the election equipment that the county is required by California law to use.
Dennis McLean, MC, capital L-E-A-N. Morning, Chairman and Board. Each of you swore an oath to the United States Constitution and to the Constitution of the State of California. Both constitutions guarantee citizens the right to have their vote accurately counted and to elect their representatives. Your oath is not to the government, but to the Constitution and the people you represent. Certifying uncertifiable elections in a federal election can reach the level of treason. Do not assume just because county officials, election officials, have not been held accountable to this point that they will not be held accountable now and in the future. We pray those involved do not expose themselves or the county to this financial obligation. We respectfully demand that the county comply with both California and the federal Constitution rather than following newly enacted unconstitutional California laws. First, the process must be transparent and the counts must be verified. Second, only eligible voters shall be allowed to vote. To meet these requirements, the county should have one-day hand-count elections requiring ID to vote and mail-in ballots to legitimate absentee voters. Your thoughtful consideration of matters contained in this letter and the requirements of your oath to the United States and the California Constitutions are greatly appreciated. The favor of a reply is also requested, signed by the James V. Robinson, Kern County Committee Chairman, Assembly, New California State. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. McLean. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman. Good morning, board members. God bless America. My name is Charles Shen. I'm a retired Marine and a concerned citizen. They say that government can't know where it's going if it doesn't document where it's been or where the start was. In December of 2023, concerned citizens brought to this board and to the Elections Department Judicial Watch's notice and letter of intent to sue the state of California, Secretary of State, and ROVs in 47 counties. Kern County was one of those counties. We had 57 deficiencies in the 2020 to 2022 EVAS report. That's an election administration and voting survey. That's the tool from the EAC that all the county clerks are supposed to use to document how the elections are run and how all the voting takes place. We had 57 deficiencies. That brings us to November of 2024. We have a new EVAS report that is due from the last 2 years to this month. We would like the Board of Supervisors to keep their eye on this report. It must be a complete report, unlike the last EVAS report that Kern County submitted and wound up getting us involved in a Judicial Watch lawsuit. And also, I would like to just remind elections that in January 23rd of this year, we were supposed to have a 5-year report of past removals submitted by Chairman Couch's request, and we're still waiting for that. I think that's all I've got. Thank you.
It sounds like you're about to, maybe we're going to switch subjects here, so may I?
We have one more.
Okay. I'm sorry, hang on. I'm going to ask you all not to talk amongst yourselves, if you would, just so we can maintain some.
We have one more speaker that we can, one more speaker.
Please proceed.
Okay. Good morning. My name is Alicia Aleman. I am a county employee with the Department of Human Services as a social worker. Let me turn the microphone up. Okay.
Yeah, we didn't catch that, sorry.
I'll speak a little louder.
Your
Yeah?
time hasn't started yet.
Okay.
We're starting you over.
Okay. Good morning. My name is Alicia Aleman. I am a county employee with the Department of Human Services. I'm a social worker there. Been working with the county for 17 years. I am also a proud SEIU 5-2 member and the chapter president. In just a few weeks, my coworkers and I have collected thousands of commitments from workers to strike. None of us want to strike, but the county's bad faith bargaining and unfair labor practices have forced us to prepare. According to the California Child Welfare Indicator Project, from January to March 2024, when a report comes in of a child in immediate danger, children in Kern County are 50% less likely to get help in time. This is due to the low pay and high turnover rate amongst qualified staff. County workers can't afford to take care of their families and can't afford to work in Kern County. The county has the resources. According to Kern County's annual comprehensive financial report for the fiscal year ending June 30th, 2023, over the past 5 years, 5 years from 2019 to 2023, Kern County's net position or net worth has increased by $1.17 billion or 130%. The source Kern County CAFR FY 2023. The county can afford to pay the workers and still have enough money to put in for healthy reserves. Retention is a huge problem. Park rangers, for example, are $8 behind the city of Bakersfield. 9 park rangers left to go to the county. The union had to propose wage increases for this classification, so we didn't lose more, and they are still behind doing half of the job duties. Next, my colleagues that work for the county will be speaking and list just a few reasons why they are demanding an investment in public workers to protect public services and help attract and retain qualified county workers.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, Board of Supervisors.
May I pause you for a
Yes.
second? Supervisor Flores, did you want to ask a question? Or do you want to wait?
I'll wait.
Okay, sorry. Thank you.
Okay, good morning, Board of Supervisors, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Victor Portillo. I work for Employers Training Resource. I've dedicated 26 years of my career to the county of Kern. And I'd like to echo some sentiments on behalf of my county workers. Due to stagnant wages, I have to live check to check. Inflation is killing me. Groceries need to be purchased with a credit card, and there would be no groceries. I'm in school for better wages and may end up leaving the county. Cost of living is only going up, and we had to get a roommate to help cover rising expenses. In 2015, I made a double minimum wage. 9 years later, in 2024, I do not make close to the double minimum wage. The cost of living has skyrocketed, but our wages have barely changed. Have 2 other jobs, Instacart and Walmart delivery sparks. Over time, I needed to meet expenses. Making ends meet has been difficult. It goes on. Struggling with more monthly bills, considering leaving the county employment as private agencies are paying more. Can't keep up with inflation. Yes, hard to meet food increases. Pay isn't enough for my family. I can't afford a place of my own, so we have to live with mom. Struggling to keep up with the cost of living and groceries. My credit cards are going up. My salary increased, not the same percentage like my property taxes, trash, and utility bills. It is not equivalent. My salary increase with the expenses and tax increases. Unable to pay off student loans and afford rent. It's hard to meet ends. Wages are too low and non-competitive. Employees are overworked, picking up slack for unfilled positions. My income is below livable wage. If I did not live in 2-income household, I would not be able to support myself alone. I would definitely have to leave the county to find better pay elsewhere. Not enough staff forcing us to do mandatory overtime every week. I stand in solidarity with my county fellow employees, and it is our hope that your proposal that you're going to be presenting on November 18th will be a fair and equitable one. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Lydia?
I yield, I guess.
Hi, good morning. My name is Lydia Gonzalez. I work with the Department of Human Services as a human services technician for the last 3.5 years. Here's some thoughts from my colleagues. Living in a low-income, not-so-safe neighborhood. I use a different address so my kids can go to a better school with more, with more educational resources. I live paycheck to paycheck. The county pays me just enough to not qualify for government assistance, but not enough to live and provide for my 2 children. High turnover and high death rate of staff at Kern County Department of Human Services, CPS. When assigned additional work plus supervising 10+ people and the level of knowledge, skills, and stress I take on versus some same positions who do not supervise and have set assignments, the pay does not justify the workload difference. Difficult to make ends meet. I have a degree and still getting paid minimum wage, just a temporary eligibility caseworker, still putting in hard work, just as every employee. Why can't I just get hired as permanent? Unable to pay for groceries and having difficulties paying bills, have to skip paying essential items, financial hardships, and mental health. Worked for the county for 12 years. I can't even dream of owning a home. Minimum wage kept catching up with my step increases. making my time with the county count for very little. Daycare is the price of a mortgage. I don't qualify for low-income housing yet. I can't afford a 2-bedroom apartment in a non-gang-ridden area. I'm forced to live with my mom until she can retire and eliminate my daycare costs. The equivalent city version of my job makes $10 an hour more than me doing the exact same thing. I will be applying for the city as the county is a pit of despair and we can never get the wages we need to survive. My salary doesn't meet the basic cost of living expenses. The work I do is valuable, so am I. Enough is enough. We need decent wages now. We hope that the proposal that you present on November 18th will be fair and equitable.
Thank you.
Good morning, Chairman and members of the board. My name is Todd Carey, Toddcarey. I'm a resident of District 3, and I am a member of SEIU 521 Kern Medical Chapter. I'm here in solidarity with my coworkers from the county. I'm also going to be reading quotes from these strike commitment cards, which there are hundreds that I saw. This one says, unfair wages that have not kept up with the cost of living. Cost of living is high. Cannot afford raising 2 preteen children. I have to live in a low-income, risky neighborhood that isn't safe to raise children. I use a different address and transport my children to a safer school with more educational resources. The low pay and 14 years without a cost of living adjustment has significantly impacted my income at my age. Lower purchasing power, draining savings, difficulty saving for children's education or potential emergencies. This one says, I'm retiring in January after 24 years. The raises we received in the last contract did not even come close to making up ground from the lack of increases since 2007. My pension will forever be lower than it should be due to this, with no more opportunities to make up for it. Struggling to afford food and basic necessities on a 19.5-hour work week at $16.12 an hour. Some companies and governments have given 20 to 63% increases. With wage compaction and inflation, I can barely afford anything anymore. It impacts me every day when I am forced to do things that aren't in my job description for little to no pay because the county won't hire an OST, causing us to not be able to fully serve our population because we have to do administrative work and then get in trouble for not having enough productivity. Every month is a financial struggle to support myself and 2 children. The stress of any emergency, unforeseen event, or additional bills is ridiculous. Living check to check, considering finding a better paying job. Cannot afford gas and other essentials. My rent is more than my pay, so I had to move out. I'm hoping that the proposal you present on November 18th will be fair and equitable. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, board members. My name is Liliana Gonzalez, and I am a program specialist with Employers Training Resource, and I've been with the county for 14 years. So I'm going to read statements made by my colleagues. Makes it hard to keep up with bills, keeping food on the table, and so forth. I have plans to adopt a kid, but I want to get my own house first, and with everything going up in price, but my check pretty much makes staying the same, just makes savings that much harder, and leads me to want to give up on everything on getting a house. It gets worse because I love my job and the people I work with, but it can be a hardship with everything going up in price except my check. And looking for a new job would be impossible in the current economy, as people want cheap labor, not skilled, so I'd love to keep my current job and be able to keep up with the cost of living. We train the people to work, and when they get trained, they leave for better pay. With college degrees and several certifications, we only top out at only a few dollars more than working at McDonald's. Yes, I've worked for the county for over 17 years as an OST. My wages have not caught up with the cost of living. The comp and class adjustments mentioned in modified proposal number 3, monetary, which have been in the process for 3 years, has impacted me. This should be a separate site letter and not included with the new agreement. I must donate plasma to help kids pay for college. I'm looking for other employment. We are unable to retain staff and have difficulty recruiting quality staff. We hope that the proposal you present on November 18th will be fair and equitable. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, my name is Nathaniel Goze, G-O-Z-E. I've been a worker of the County of Public Health as a communicable disease investigator since October of 2018. Not enough pay for the cost of living. Left me struggling to get by, let alone get ahead. I cannot afford rent, so I live with a parent. I don't have enough savings to address emergencies. Cost of living. Our behavioral health department has lost numerous quality staff over the past 4 years to the private sector. We're living paycheck to paycheck, just barely making it. Kids working fast food make more than we do. It's disgusting and unfair. I cannot make my house payment, pay my bills, my utilities are piling up. I'm having to ask for assistance from Cap K. My paycheck does not last for 2 weeks, and I have anxiety over all these issues because my pay is not keeping up with the economy's higher prices. After working for the county for 5 years, I'm still living paycheck to paycheck. I am single parent, and I cannot even afford to take my child on vacation. I cannot pay my bills. I am literally months behind on my rent, plus had debt to consolidate. I had to debt consolidate. I've had to go to debt consolidation to get another job doing Uber. By not being able to provide for my family and seeking the needed to potentially get a second job, they are not livable wages. The stagnant wages causes me to not want to try to harder or even put up with these entitled clients. All we do is give and we donate. We don't receive back. Enough is enough. My personal issue is I'm working here and I feel like I've been abused, neglected, taken advantage of, and bullied. We voted you into power so that you would help protect us, and yet you're continuing the bullying process. And I just, for me, cannot understand that. We hope that the proposal you present on November 18th will be fair and equitable. Thank you.
Thank you for your comments.
Good morning. My name is Anna Palacio. I live in Bakersfield, and I'm a registered nurse at Kern Medical. I'm here in solidarity with the many public service workers who support our community, and these are their words. As a sole provider for our family, the stagnant wages have impacted our family as our rent, utilities, gas, groceries, and other costs of living have increased significantly, and the wages no longer are enough to support our family. There are times that after paying rent and cost of living, there's nothing left from the paycheck and we go without groceries. I've gone to donating plasma, collecting recycles, and borrowing money that I have no way of ever paying back just to get food for my family. Every day, every week, every month, we get further and further into debt just to have food to eat and to keep the lights on at home. Our family have to decide between eating or paying the bills, and that's not acceptable. We deserve so much more. I am full-time with a college degree on food stamps to keep my family fed. I had to move back to my mother's house. We can't live off of the little 3% zero that you want us to live off of. I see everyone around me getting raises, and I'm getting a pathetic 40 cents a year. That doesn't even cover a tank of gas. I need higher wages. I have a family to support. I live paycheck to paycheck and cannot independently support my family. It has left me living at or below the poverty line for my certifications. It makes me feel as if my effort means nothing. Others get raises just by changing titles and their level of work never changes. Yet I get more and more work and am kept at the same wage, which makes me feel like just a tool to the county. We hope that the proposal you present on November 18th will be fair and equitable. Thank you.
Thank you for your comments. Who'll be next?
Good morning. My name is Javier Medel. I got 19 years with the county. I'm a database analyst at ITS. And here's some comments from other county employees. I'm a temporary worker with a 2-year contract that's going to end in 6 months. The rate I'm paid at is $17 an hour, and I'm becoming very unsure if I want to return to renew the contract. Compounded with the fact that I'm already receiving almost no benefits, I can't help but wonder if there's something somewhere else that could pay better and offer better benefits instead of stringing me along while I wait for a permanent position to open. being able to afford the cost of living increases, making basic needs met, such as rent, utilities, and groceries. With the cost of living and minimum wage going up, I now make less than I did 10 years ago. When minimum wage increased, because I made a little more, my wages weren't increased. Now the cost of living is outrageous. A 2 or 3 or 4% increase is a slap in the face for an employee that risks their life for the county during COVID. Working in crisis, not really about the money, but it would be nice to be able to have a reasonable increase that outpaces inflation so we could live comfortably and do proper self-care in the times we do have off. Someone else said, I have 2 college students and it's been very difficult to pay tuition and living expenses. I'm also taking care of aging parents who don't have income. County keeps hoarding money and reserve has almost doubled since 2016, while staffing needs are not addressed and management doesn't have a plan for losing institutional knowledge and retention of employees. So we hope that the proposal you present on November 18th will be fair and equitable. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Teofilo Ted Lopez Romero. I've been a dedicated county employee for approximately 6 years as a proud resident of District 3. I'm committed to our community and the hard-working individuals who serve it. To conclude, I'd like to acknowledge the following co-workers who have demonstrated their solidarity by signing the strike commitment cord. I'm going to try to get through some of them, for there's hundreds of us. It probably will take hours. From Kinship, Rosario Romero. Kinship, Irene Gutierrez. Multiple, Lynette Hernandez. Aging and Adult Services, Miriam Munoz. Ridgecrest District Office, Maylene Casado. OC Silas, Michelle Grass. Kinship, Cindy Nava. Kern Mojave, Erica Garcia. Kern BHRS, Vanessa Morales. Public Health, Carmen Flores. Current BHRS, Alexis Casares. Kinship, Wendy McCansell. Multiple, Luis Salgado. Kinship, Cynthia Curdar. Maria Montoya. Stephanie Rodriguez. Public Services, Matthew Hall. Ridgecrest, DHS, Amanda Grimm. Kern Columbus, Larissa Ogden. Kern Probation, Michael Murray. Kern Crisis, Jose Perez. DHS, Rosetta Lopez. Kern Facility Maintenance Fire Department, Daniel Hoff. Kern Auditor's Office, Leah Perez. Sheriff's Mojave Substation, Emma Eaton. Kern Commonwealth, Cassandra Sanchez. Kern County Library, Michael O'Neill. Israel Lopez. Juvenile Department Center, Lamar Mays. Yvette Solis. Trinity Scott. KLD, Lilia Garcia. East Bakersfield Veterans, Juvenile Justice Department, Norberto Carrasco. Mary Kay Shell's Department, Gian Esquivel. Kern Columbus, Whitney Holefield. OC Silas, Rosa Padilla. Kern County Department Prevention, Dylan Shepard. Animal Services, Nancy Galaf. SEBA, Leticia Lopez. SPCA, Stephanie Venezuela. Kern County Environmental Health, John Cogley. Commonwealth.
I'm sorry, I don't want to interrupt you, but we've gone way over the two
Oh,
minutes.
Okay.
I know. Our timer's not working.
Like I said, it would take hours for me to read them all off, but I thank you, and I just hope that you guys really consider the 18th, is very important to a lot of people's lives. As you can truly hear all the stories, that's quite a trauma for any family to go through. And that'll be it. Thank you.
Thank you for your comments. Anyone else?
My name is Socorro Velandria, Velandria, and I'm here to read some cards that have been collected from the workers, employees. The reason why I'm strike ready is because livable wages to stop higher turnovers. The retention isn't there. Cost of living has increased, rent has increased, gas prices have increased, but wages have not matched these increases. Me and my family need a livable wage. Cost of living is too high. Our wages are not enough to live with. This high cost of living, have to work 2 jobs to survive, is not okay. This one came from DHS Lamont. Fair is fair. We work hard and care for this community. Help us keep Kern County residents. And this one came from oh man. The next one is a single parent of 3 kids, need a second job to pay the bills and be okay. L Street. We deserve a sustainable wage due to the cost of living and inflation. I am suffering with financial strain. I have a degree and I get paid less than people working in fast food industry. We need a better wage for a better life. This one also came from L Street. I have 3 kids to care for on a wage that hasn't increased accordingly. L Street. I have to work 2 jobs to pay my bills, children to provide for my 3 children. So the consensus is the same. Retention and livable wages. We don't, there's nothing there. I had to apply for another job just so that I can make my ends meet. And I'm only a house of 2. A house of 2. And I can't. Christmas, I don't know what I'm going to do this year for Christmas because it's so... I went to the grocery store yesterday to buy stuff for Thanksgiving, and all I got was like a ham, a turkey, and a breast, and a few items, and it was $180. And to me, that was outrageous. I mean, I don't make the kind of money that you guys make. I make this kind of money, county money. So it's really sad and depressing when you can't even afford a Thanksgiving for your family. I have grandkids. I won't be able to get them Christmas gifts. It's going to have to be tiny. To me, that's embarrassing because that's not how I was raised.
Thank you for your comments.
Please do better. Please.
Any other public comments today? Paul?
I just wanted to, well, first of all, I just want, as a side note, I do understand some of the concerns that we just heard from people working for the county, but that's not why I came up here right now. I was disturbed once again actually hearing words of people here that might be accused of being treasonous, as one of the speakers had. This is the same kind of stuff that goes on at the County Board of Education, accusing board members of being pedophiles because they didn't vote for a certain way. Even though the majority were conservatives and they voted a different way, the pedophile word was used. Now I'm hearing the treason word today. I want to let you know that we may all be of different political philosophies up here, but I do appreciate all of you and all the comments you have to hear sometimes. And I just hope we can find a way around this so we can all come together and be Kern County residents that I know that we can all become. And the word treason, it's being carelessly thrown around. There are some very serious implications when that is, and I certainly can't see any sign of anyone who works for this county as being guilty of treason or anything like that. So I just want to let you know that I do appreciate you and the county staff and everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Limpesti. Any other public comments today? Seeing none. Supervisor Flores, do you still want to?
I did, but the folks that had a question for left, so we're good.
I'm going to refer, maybe this has already been done, but I want to make sure it's done. This letter that refers to, it's got the headline, which is basically cease and desist. Can I refer that to our county council, and is it appropriate for us to have sounds like it is, a closed session discussion about this?
I believe so. I'll take a deeper look at it for those purposes, but yes,
Did you get a copy of it already?
I do have one.
Okay.
Chairman,
Thank you.
since you asked, I'm going to just ask it now to be done with it. So the group that came before us had some questions about AB 969, and I think they had opposition to the urgency measure back in 2023, which I'm not familiar with. They also had potential conflict of interest charges between federal and state law. I don't know what those are, but more importantly is I don't know, they never explained what AB 969 does. So if you know now, can you maybe weigh in? That might be helpful for some context.
If you give me just a minute.
If not, we can treat it later.
I'll grab it up and be able to read it to you. But
Okay.
if you'd proceed, then come back to me.
Yeah,
I'll
come
have
back
it.
to you. Yeah,
Thank you.
That helps us navigate.
Okay. Should I move on to board member announcements, reports, and we can come back to you or would you like to come back in the afternoon?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, afternoon's fine.
This afternoon would be good.
Okay. Next item is board member announcements and reports. Don't see any there. I think that takes us to the end of our morning agenda. I just need a motion to adjourn to closed session.
There's one item. There's one item.
I'm sorry.
We have one item.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Airport.
Okay.
That's what I meant. I meant item 19 is next. It's a proposed employment agreement with Michael Muska. Am I saying that right?
That's correct. It is Muska.
Jason, tell us what that's all about.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, members of the board. My name is Jason Wiebe with Kern County Administrative Office. This item seeks your approval of an employment agreement for Michael Muska to manage our Kern County Department of Airports on an interim basis. Your current director, as we learned earlier, will be retiring soon. His last day will be Friday, November 22nd, and the CAO is working with a recruitment firm to do a national search for our next permanent director. We're fortunate that Mr. Muska is willing to serve our county and Department of Airports on an interim basis. This will allow your board to undertake a thorough and thoughtful selection process, which will include participation and an advisory role with key stakeholders and fixed-based operators. Mr. Muska is a highly qualified airport executive with well over 20 years of airport management experience. This includes serving as airport manager for Modesto Airport, deputy director for Stockton Metropolitan Airport, senior airport economic development specialist for Sacramento International, director of properties for Tucson International, airport manager for Liverport Airport, and assistant airport director and properties manager for Fresno Yosemite International Airport. He is a retired military officer with the United States Marine Corps, a certified property manager, accredited airport executive, and has a master's degree in business administration and finance from State University of New York. Because Mr. Muska is retired and does not require health insurance or retirement benefits, this agreement will save approximately $37,000 over the course of its term compared to immediately hiring a permanent director. The recommended action is for your board to approve the agreement with Michael Muska to provide management services for Kern County airports from November 12, 2024 through June 30th, 2025 in an amount not to exceed $165,305 and authorize the chairman to sign. Mr. Muska is here with us this morning and is open to introducing himself if your board wants to welcome him to the dais.
Yeah, well, before we do that, we'd like to meet him.
Okay?
Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Chair and members of the board. Michael Muska, as Jason just put up my experience, I'm honored to be here. Looking forward to continuing the great work that Mr. Brewster has done, and looking forward to working with the staff.
Thank you very much. Any questions for Michael?
Welcome.
Well, I think we're going to vote on you in a second, and it's looking good.
All right, thank
And
you.
your first appearance before us, you didn't ruin it for yourself. So we're gonna move on that here in a second.
Thanks.
Nice to meet you. Anybody in the public want to make a comment on this item? Return to the board for a motion.
Yeah.
Motion.
Second.
Do we have a motion and a second? Is that what that was?
Yeah.
Okay.
Phil made the motion.
Please cast your votes.
The motion is approved, all ayes. I'm sorry, Mr. Flores, for some reason, the system
That's okay. Did he get it?
showed you not voting, but I had seen you vote before, so the vote is all ayes.
You got a problem with Flores already. Congratulations. Thank you very much. That takes us to the end of the morning agenda. Just need a motion to adjourn to closed session. Without objection, we're adjourned. Thank you.